train and the platform.
This is Victoria.
Okay, James, I'm putting you on the spot. Tell me 3 things you like about London so far. Go.
The vegan food, the parks, and some of the people.
If you're feeling down and you're feeling blue, you need someone to comfort you. I'll be here. I'll be here. If you have a rough day when nothing's going right and you start to fear that you'll have a long night, I'll be here. I'll be here.
Ready?
Yep.
I'm Shannon Sebald.
I'm Shannon Sibbald.
And this is
World Gone Good's
5-year anniversary show.
5-year anniversary show.
One more time.
My name is Shannon Sibbald, and this is World Gone Good's 5-year anniversary show.
I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here. Oh, I'll be here. I'll be here.
Well, hello, my name's Steve, and this is the place where we shine the light on everyday people, making good happen each and every day. Welcome to World Gone Good's 5-year anniversary show. The song you just heard to kick things off is called I'll Be Here, and it's written and performed by Mr. Jack Bergman. I've known Mr. Jack since he was 5 years old, and I'm so proud of him for putting his first bit of music out into the world. When I first heard the song, I thought, oh yeah, that is perfect for our anniversary show. Go show Jack some love by following and downloading him on Spotify. All his music is there as he builds it up. Start with I'll Be Here by Jack Bergman. Okay, so for those of you joining us for the first time ever, or for those of you joining us for the 224th time, we've done 224 episodes. Holy crap. This whole good thing started on October 7th, 2020 with these 3 guests.
I'm Faith Saley.
Hi, I'm Brett Gornick.
Hey, my name is Fashawn Wilson Ashley.
And you're entering a world gone good.
A world gone good.
A world gone good.
Now, would you believe I just happened to bump into one of those very same guests right here on the streets of London? That's coming up a little bit later in the episode. Okay, we got some bigger fish to fry to start. You just heard me say streets of London, and at the top of the show, you heard me ask my husband, Jim, what he likes about London. So let me clarify for you everything, putting 2 and 2 together here. If you haven't done so yet, World Gone Good is out exploring the good world at large. That is correct. We made the leap on July 23rd, way across the pond from Santa Barbara, California to the UK to begin this whole new good adventure. Side note, I actually had a few friends of mine ask, are you still going to do your podcast? To which I responded, well, the first word in the title is world, so yes? Today for our 5-year anniversary show, we are speaking with a bunch of good people we've met here, taking you along to some places we've journeyed to so far, and going to introduce you to some of our good old friends, or old good friends, whichever you prefer, who now just happen to be our new good neighbors. Okay, time for a quick World Gone Good quiz. When moving to London, the most important thing to do first is A, get a new UK number. B, get a new UK bank account. C, look for a long-term flat. Or D, find a place to go for brunch, specifically one that offers vegan options. I think we all know the answer, and damn, did I find the place. The answer is D, if you didn't pick up on that. It is called Pinch. It's in an area of London called Fulham. The food is phenomenal. I have been working my way down the menu, but I keep circling back to my favorite dish, these insane savory pancakes that are made with, well, hang on. I want you to hear this from the owner and head chef himself. This is Kuba. filling you in on his good recipe. Good morning. He's like, no, he wants to sit outside. We're already recording. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Your name is?
Kuba.
Spell it for everybody.
Kuba.
And where are you from?
I'm Polish.
Oh, nice. And when did you move to London?
So I moved to Wales first. I have a brother in Wales, so I've been there for like 2 years. And after I went to London, so I lived in London for around 14 years.
And when did you become it's always a different word for everybody, a chef, a baker, a cook, a restaurateur? What word do you use?
So I was cooking since I was 7 years old. So
Oh,
for me,
nice.
like I always knew when I'm gonna be 30, I'm gonna have my spot. So I always was driven to the goal to actually become a person I am now. So it's all hard work, all dream kind of chasing, hustling way there and to learn the skills I need to actually to get to the point I am now. That's all.
Why food?
Because food is therapeutic. Food is kind of like meditation and making something out of nothing and actually present this to people and see them smile and make the memory for them because people associate restaurant place with the food, with the people, with the service. So I was always driven by the emotion, by feeling songs. That's all.
And is food community to you at all?
Absolutely. That's what the people are gathering. That's what the people are meet. So food is everything. It's always like when you build in a house, you start with the kitchen because the kitchen is the heart of the house. Without heart, you cannot have anything. So that's all.
Amazing. Now, at some point in your life, you're raised by parents, right?
Yeah.
You're given meat, fish, dairy, all those lovely things.
Yeah.
But at some point you made a switch.
Yes.
When was the moment?
Lockdown.
Here.
Yeah, lockdown because of I have time to actually investigate all these diets, pescatarian, carnivore diet, this diet, I'm saying like, why we do this one? We have one planet, we don't have planet B to actually live and be sustainable. So I say the most sustainable thing is to actually grow vegetables and actually do something out of it. So I'm saying I can use my gift of cooking to actually transform vegetable into something sexier, nicer, and actually make them appealing.
I like that you led with sexier.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people think it's like, oh, you need, but that's what I told you is every single restaurant you're going to have vegetables and the main dish is actually meat. But I need the vegetables to actually make meat tastier. So I'm saying like, why we just skip the meat and actually just focus on the vegetables to actually make them a masterpiece. And that's all.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, are you a sweet or a savory guy? Because that's the big thing. Yeah, I knew. Me too. See, that's us. Okay. Why savory then?
Because savory is I don't know, it's nicer. Sweet is just kind of like, okay.
It's one note, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It has to be sweet, So yeah, it's not much play around,
Now, my favorite thing that I've had here is you have taken pancakes, as we call them in the United States.
Yeah.
What do you call them here?
Pancakes.
Okay, great. I never know because flapjacks in the United States is also pancakes.
Is it?
Yes. So
Weird.
no, but it's the same thing. But here, a flapjack is what we would call an oat bar.
Yeah.
But you've taken pancakes and you've gone the savory route. It's my favorite thing you made. Tell everybody what it is and what's on that.
So basically, it's normal pancake mix with ordinary flour, a bit of baking powder, lots of garlic.
Repeat that again.
Maybe what? Which one?
Lots of what now?
Lots of garlic.
Garlic. Yeah, I hope you're listening to this. Keep going.
Lots of garlic. Lots of love actually to it, because it's not just simple ingredients. It's actually technique you do it, because if you do it too short, they're gonna be dense. If you're going too short, they're gonna be like stodgy. So have to have a perfect mix. So obviously you have to measure every single ingredient according to the mixture, and you top them up with creamy coconut, kind of parsley cream with sweet and spicy crispy tofu and buttery mushrooms. So actually you're gonna have like umami flavor. Every single bite gonna taste differently.
Yeah. And is there avocado in it too?
No, it's not avocado. It's
No, there's no avocado in it. What's the green stuff then?
So it's parsley and coconut cream.
Oh, he tricked me. And then on
Because
top.
it's green, because that's what we always think. It's like vegan place, green, avocado.
Right.
So, you can make anything green, but it doesn't have to contain avocado, so.
And you do like this red, like pepper. What would you call it? You do like a spicy maple syrup on the top.
Yeah, so it's sriracha, olive oil, lots of pepper, and maple syrup. So it's kind of like the umami flavor. So actually you're going to complement every single bite you're going to take or smash in the plate with the pancakes or the cream. So actually everything going to evolve as you're eating. So you're going to have a different flavor when you start it and when you end it.
You're making art in a way, don't you think?
Yes, cooking is art, yeah. Cooking is a form of expressing yourself. So every single chef, the same like me or Max, gonna cook the pancakes. They're gonna taste slightly different because we have different compassion, different eyes, different hands. So yeah, cooking plays the compass. Whatever you're gonna put in this is you. It's your art.
Whether you are vegan or not, trust me, Pinch is the best brunch in London and quite possibly on planet Earth. Not overselling it, just letting you know. Check it out next time you're here in London. Okay, let's head to the Tube and head east. And where are we going? Where are you taking us today?
To a city farm sanctuary zoo.
Yeah. Wow. And what made you choose that?
Just I looked it up online.
And you love
animals.
Spitalfields City Farm is located in the densely populated area of Tower Hamlets. This is a really urban area, not the kind of place you would expect to find a working farm with ducks and chickens and goats and donkeys, as well as a full garden of vegetables and plants, and even a place for the bees to call home. But wait, did I mention homes? Speaking of home, homes. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? One more. Hi. You sound crazy when you're eating. And that was Holmes, who was showing us his tricks, including he knows how to sit, and he knows how to eat bananas and bread and some other fruits. And I should mention he is a rather large pig, living his best life in London. That's right. He was named after, that Holmes, that famous cohort to a very special detective. Spitalfields works with their surrounding vibrant and multicultural community to provide educational opportunities for children and adults, to empower people to gain new skills, confidence, and to combat social isolation. They have a common vision for where they are going based on everyone having a say in exactly where that place is. We have been focusing on 2025 word of the year, which is, say it with me, community. Spitalfields City Farm is doing that exact same thing in action. Next up, we are going to transcend from train rides to typewriters. Okay, so imagine this. You are walking down the Thames River, and there is a young woman sitting on a seat with a small table in front of her and an old-fashioned typewriter atop it. I am talking old-timey typewriter with keys and a ribbon, and there's no plug or anything. And for a donation of any amount of your choosing, she will write you a poem right there on the spot, right off the top of her head. Before we meet this poet, here's someone who did just that. Someone who went up to her and said, "Hey, write me a poem." Do you mind if I record you? Just your voice.
What's the question? I always need to think about it.
So you just had this stranger type you a poem.
Yeah.
You had an expectation when you came over here, or no? You just had a thought in your head. What made you stop? Why did you want a poem?
I first walked by, but I heard her say something about, I wonder who's the next, or what's the last poem I will. That just she popped in my head, And I have a friend who also writes down poets for people and always sends letters to people. So I was like, oh, I know someone who likes to get something from her.
So you had her write this for your friend?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now when you read it, did it connect with you? Did you think that is my friend?
I think it will connect to my friend. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but it was something about a little bit about writing thing. So yeah, but I have to read it twice or another time to
Go sit with it.
thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
but now it's like chaos.
It's amazing. Can you tell me your name? Just your first name is nice.
Dorian.
And where are you from?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. I
Yeah,
love it. And how
yeah.
long were you here in London right now?
Only a few days
Yeah.
to visit another friend. So yeah, I don't know why I stopped, but it's like
It felt good.
Yeah, and it's always also nice that now more people stop by.
And now here's the poet herself. What is your name?
I'm Freya.
And where are you from?
I grew up here in London, and I'm half Norwegian.
And is this your good?
What do you mean?
Is this your definition of good? Is this what you do to put good in the world? Because there's a man talking over who's reading a poem that I believe you wrote in English. He's reading it in Spanish.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
That makes you happy. Is this your good?
Yeah, I would say it's a lovely thing because it's an opportunity to give and to hear people's stories. To be a bit creative as well.
And where'd you get the typewriter?
This one I got from a lovely man who used to repair typewriters.
Don't stop what you're doing. I love it.
Thank you.
You know, I love the arts and theater, and especially writing of any kind. The act of creativity, so good. So, you know, I love seeing this out on the street, accessible to anyone who simply walks on by. All right, who's ready now to get back on the train and head north? And by north, I mean we're going to go way north. We're going all the way up to Newcastle. It's about 3 hours north of London and about as north as you can get in the UK, because we're going to meet up with my good friend Shannon, her partner John, and their beyond adorable little boy, George. And here I am. You should see your face right now.
Hello.
Okay, so here's a question as we're walking to set this up for everybody. How do you and I know each other?
Well, I used to watch Pretty. I was like one of those obsessive, scary fans on Twitter that would tweet you every 3 seconds.
And how old were you?
Like 13, 14, I think.
Oh my gosh, and how old are you now?
I'm 29.
And then when did we finally, meet?
Last year? No, the year before, yeah.
2 years ago, because you flew out to California with your niece.
I did, to see Happy Birthday McKenna.
Oh,
Awesome. And I've still got the little leaflet and stuff in the house. I kept it.
I'm gonna sign it for you.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth nothing. Oh no.
I've already got a music sheet from Gumdrop, and you signed it and sent it to me when I was like 15, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was so creepy. So when I first told Shannon we were moving to the UK and said that we would definitely come to visit, she said awesome. And then the next words out of her mouth, I kid you not, were, we have to take you to Beamish. And I, like I imagine many of you listening right now, wondered aloud, what is Beamish? Shannon squealed with glee. Literally, she got so excited. And so without further ado, which sounds very British to say, without further ado, I present to you a condensed day in Beamish, the living museum of the North. Let's step back in time, people. We are walking toward Beamish?
Beamish. We're in Beamish.
Yeah.
We're walking towards the old
I'll
school
take the backpack.
I'll put you
and the old church and some of the little mining cottages.
And how many times have you been here, Miss Shannon?
An embarrassing amount of times.
Wait, because is it like a school thing when you were young?
Yeah, and then just you get the yearly pass and you just come as many times as you like. It's a nice day out.
It's a gorgeous day out. Now, wait a minute. This is kind of like Disneyland-ish to me.
Okay, I get that vibe because literally everything down to the light bulbs are old school.
Wait, now I have a question for you. Have you been to Disneyland?
I have. Disney World, Disneyland, I don't know.
Which one did you go to?
I've been to the one in Paris. I've been to the one in California.
Oh, look at you, fancy.
Well travelled. That's me. Okay, so everything's interactive here. The cottages you can go in. Everything you see you can go up to, touch it, go into the buildings. Like it's like an actual live-in town. That's the vibe they go for.
It's like we're in a museum, but it's an entire town. It's enormous.
Well, from here we can go through the forest.
What forest?
There's a forest.
Oh, very exciting. And where are we? We're in a mining village now?
We're in the mining part, yes.
And how old is your baby that we're with right now?
He's 5 months. He's big enough to go clean the chimneys.
I was going to say, how long before we get him to work?
Give him 5 minutes.
Look at that face.
Let him digest his food and he'll be straight down.
Will you just tell me about the room I'm in?
Yeah, this is based on a family of 14, an Irish Catholic family.
And where are we right now?
This is a mining village, and you're in 1913.
Amazing. And the room you're working in is, I'm seeing irons and...
Well, everything happened in this room. You cooked in here, you washed your clothes in here, you ate in here, and your grandma and granddad actually slept in here. So all the children slept upstairs, 9 children upstairs, mum and dad and the baby in the front room. So there's 14 altogether.
They had 10 children.
Yes.
You did not have 10 children.
That's what they did. All big families back then, though.
We are going into the mines. You have to bend over the whole time you're going. You can't stand fully straight up. Oh, better now.
95% of coal was produced from a initial. Now we think because the folio gets paid per tub, the more tubs he produces, the more money he makes. So having a machine like this is going to produce more coal, isn't it? So he's going to make more money.
Oh my God, this is so cool. We're like totally bent over, going through an actual coal mine as I hit my head. Thankfully I have a helmet on. That's why I'm wearing a helmet, people. Okay, we're going through the forest.
So the forest at Christmas time, they have all the lights up. They have like little elves that they put out and like make a tiny little Beamish like version for the elves. It's really pretty. I don't know if anything will be there now. Obviously not Christmas, but I don't know if they'll have anything set up. But yeah.
But we're going now. We're leaving the 1800s, 1900s.
We'll be going into the town, which is 1930s, I think. But there's like an old Barclays where we work.
Oh, fun.
There's an old Barclays building. You can go down into like the cellar and see where they would keep all the gold and the money and stuff.
So we've entered the 1950s where we can
open drawers.
She just walked into a room and just started opening the drawers. Wait, hold on. Oh, look at this. This is cool.
It's your private stuff.
No, I want to see what she's got. Open the drawer. Oh, hello.
Funeral clothes.
Well, I was going to say fancy times and you went to funeral.
Funeral.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like we're in an escape room.
Yeah, that's the vibe, isn't it?
And that, my friends, is the world of Beamish. And yes, you did hear right. We did say we were heading toward the 1930s, and then we jumped over to the 1950s. You know what they say? Time flies when you're having fun. But also, the 1930s were super crowded that day, so we opted for the 1950s. Don't worry, we got back to the 1930s. It all worked out. Here's something I found really remarkable about our experience in Beamish. There were a lot of kids. That's not the remarkable part. You know how I feel about kids, and a lot of kids, not a fan. This is the really remarkable part. All the kids that I don't care for that were there were having a ball. There was not one child, I'm not kidding here, not one child complaining or crying. I mean, yeah, sure, there were a couple of those freaking crybabies. You know the ones, always crying about something. But overall, these multitudes of kids were having the best time. And they were having the best time experiencing history and art and architecture. They were learning good shit and loving every minute of it. So my hat goes off to you, Beamish, for connecting with kids in a fun and educational way. More Beamishes, I say, more Beamishes throughout the lands. Okay, our next stop on this good anniversary trip. Wait, I have a question. Are you guys all having fun? Usually we do a trip down memory lane on these shows where I like make montages of previous shows, but this time it's like we're on an actual trip, like together. And no one needs an umbrella, and no one's dropped their phone in a waterway of some sort or in the sand, and no one is arguing. Well, maybe you're arguing with someone while you're listening to this, but you're not arguing with me. It's all about me. As I was saying, the next and finally really cool place we discovered that I want to share with you is an artistic space, a gallery, a theater, a museum, an outdoor cinema, and more, all rolled into one. Barbican. Not BarbieCon. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. That is something different. This is Barbican, and this is their purpose and values right from their website. Ready? We are London's creative catalyst for arts, curiosity, and enterprise. We spark creativity, possibilities, and transformation for artists, audiences, and communities to inspire, connect, and provoke debate. We are the place to be in this destination city where everyone is welcome. I want to move in and live there, don't you? They actually have apartments surrounding it, so I think we could probably do that if we wanted to. We went ahead and we explored the whole building, and I'm just going to focus on two parts. First of all, on the top floor, this is the main reason I took Jim there. There is what I can best describe as an indoor tropical rainforest. Okay, I'm going to say that again. There's an indoor forest inside a building, and you can walk through it on all these paths and climb stairs to different levels and look up and down, and there's turtles, and there's like a waterway. Oh, there's koi. It is nuts, and it's so friggin' cool. This is a podcast. We're all about audio, right? So it's hard to describe this experience other than to say you have to see it for yourself and you have to feel it for yourself. In the middle of one of the busiest cities in the world, it's a calming respite, a hidden gem, an unreal yet fully real and realized place. Now, some naysayers are going to say, while they're listening to this, I can just go walk in the woods by my house, Steve. And to that, I say, are your woods inside a building on the top floor of that building with a glass atrium illuminating the entire space with natural sunlight? No. No, they are not. Your woods are still nice. I'm not dissing your woods. But these woods, this place, magic. The second part of Barbican we explored, I can share with you, literally share it with you, because it was a sound journey through 12 different installations that went inside the center all the way out into the section of an underground parking lot. Remember how we closed our last season a couple weeks back with Ashra from Music of the Spheres, her bowls and her gongs and her bells? This is an oh so good follow-up to that. Here is a compilation of all the different spaces inside the sound journey that we got to experience. I'm going to give it to you right now, but please note, These are not in the order you go through it. Okay, this is not the actual experience in order. For your listening pleasure, we went ahead and mixed and matched it up a bit. So here we go. Enjoy the sounds from inside Barbican.
I am the sun. A hub, a station, a refuge, a welcome. A device for quantum, cellular to cosmic healing and transformation.
So part of this exhibition is in an underground parking lot. We're sitting right now inside of a literal parking structure. They have these big screens up that are see-through, and they're projecting all these images of movement, cities, landscapes, people walking. It's pretty surreal. Okay, so this being our 5-year anniversary, I wanted to remind you of something pretty important to me. Why I started this show and have kept going with it in the first place. Now, there is the truth that this is a really scary and fragile time we are collectively living in. Make no mistake about that. It's also true that we are right where we are meant to be in each and every moment we are in. And in saying that, I continue to choose to push forward the people and the organizations and the stories that share the same moment that we're in because, quite simply, they are good. I said it before, and I'll say it again. At any moment, in any moment, you can choose to be happy. You can choose to find and see the positive. You can choose to smile and say good morning to a complete and total stranger. You can choose to see a cow on the side of the road and start a farm rescue. These are all choices. You can choose to find the light or be the light in the darkness at any time you like. You are beyond capable of it. And yes, there are bad days, but those days and these days are necessary for us to appreciate and celebrate and embrace the good ones. It is within your abilities and power to simply choose the good. And I truly hope our show has served as a reminder and an inspiration for you to do just that. What do I say at the end of every episode? Be good. And this guy right here would not be able to be good himself every Wednesday without the help of Jessica Willie and her amazing artwork, logo, and posters she delivers. My brother Brett Silverman for his music and our theme song he wrote just for us. And my very, very good pal, Lisa Heidvarek, who helps with guests and the website and consistently points out my spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, which are aplenty. Couldn't deliver this good show and time without their good help, which brings us to the end of our... Oh, wait. Hold up now. I promised you a 5-year reunion from one of our first day good guests at the top of the show, remember? Didn't I say that? Here it comes. So what are the chances I'm in London and I bump into...
Steve?
Faith Saley?
What? What are you doing here?
Faith Saley, who owes me money?
Well, with this exchange rate...
No, yeah, keep it. Keep it. Just invest it for a little bit. We'll get back to you.
We're walking by the Thames.
We are on the Thames. We are walking by a lot of things, including...
Including the Queen Elizabeth's Tower that most people think is called Big Ben.
Idiots.
Tourists.
It's pretty crazy that we had to come all the way to London to see each other.
Yeah, it is actually. But yeah. I will do it. And we're going to meet in Rome.
Yeah, we just decided that. We're meeting in Rome.
Yep, so we'll do an episode from there.
Fantastic. Okay, so here it is. For our 5-year anniversary show from London, tell me something good.
Oh my God. I'm walking in one of the greatest cities in the world, behind the man I married, behind our children, beside the man I should maybe have married, or at least married in a multiverse.
At least give me a shot.
At least give me a shot? Is that what you said?
Chance.
I thought you said at least give me a child. I was like, that double-decker bus has passed, my friend.
That is Tell Me Something Good. Tell Me Something Good. I'm so glad to see you.
You too. I love you.
I love you
in
too.
In any language.
I love it. And thank God we're still in English.
If you're feeling down and you're feeling blue, you need someone to comfort you. I'll be here. I'll be here.
Thank you, Faith and Shannon and Kuba and all our guests, including you listening, for making this 5-year anniversary so good. Here's to 5 more at least. Next time on World Gone Good.
It was like this angel just appeared out of nowhere, almost, you know, and there was no hesitation. There was no like, oh, I've got to ask permission, or I've got to, you know, he was just like, yeah, go ahead. All good, you know, and I don't think he realised how much of an impact that had.
Grab your sleuthing cap and your magnifying glass, people. It's time to solve a first ever World Gone Good mystery. Over 24 years ago, on September 11th, 2001, a Brit named Anita Harwood received the kindest and simplest gesture from an American stranger right when she needed it most. Now she's trying to find him. Here are the clues we have so far. His first name, we know this, is Marty, and Anita still has the pen she accidentally took from his office. That's it. That's all we got to go on. You may have read this story on Upworthy, and now you get to hear it as we bring you Anita herself to tell her good tale. And maybe, just maybe, one of you listening will be the one to solve this mystery and reunite 2 strangers. Sound good? We think so too. Until then, be good.
I'll be here. never fear. I'll be here. I'll hide my tears. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here.